So I just want to say what an honor it is to be here with poets of this caliber. I mean, John Akpata, I came here 6 years ago for the first festival of national, like, spoken word. That was the Word Olympics at the time. We're not allowed to say it anymore. This man has kept me going. You know, people like Faye have kept me going. Just knowing that there are more people out there who are doing this and who are saying, you need to be out there. In Ottawa, there happens to be a dearth of female spoken word artists right now. It doesn't mean it has to always be that way. We have a lot of upcoming women, but I think it's the competition that scares a lot of people away, and it's not about the competition. We call it a slam just to get people out. Slam sounds exciting. So the poem that I'm going to do, my name is Danielle, by the way, is about kind of like a manifesto, a mission statement, and I'm an optimist, and I know that's kind of a sad thing to be in this day and age, and people are like, really? Optimism? Like, that cynicism is the way to go, you know? And it hurts a lot of the time. So I do a lot of work in classes with kids from 5 to 18. And so a lot of my poetry is geared to a younger audience, but I still think this stands strong. It's my call to action, and every time I perform it, I remember why I do what I do. And then you can laugh, because it's kind of funny in some parts. Like, not everything has to be serious all the time. When I was 12 years old, I made a promise to myself. I promised myself that everything I do it for you, everything I do it for you by Bryan Adams is my favorite song for the rest of my life. Needless to say, it's not. But that got me to thinking, how many promises have I broken? And how beholden am I to the person that I was, that I am, that I will be? For instance, I know now that I don't need that cherry red convertible Miata that I promised myself when I was 13 and on a band trip in Regina. I become more environmentally conscious and realize I don't really need that car. It couldn't hold my friends and on a trip across the country, and I'm okay with that. When I was 14, I said I'd never have big hair, wear high heels, makeup, or those jeans you have to zip up with a pair of pliers. Okay, so sometimes, my glasses are gonna come off. I have big hair, but it's different, I swear. But those jeans, not until hell freezes over am I gonna try to get myself into something that doesn't fit, looks uncomfortable, and won't allow me to sit. Those things all seemed really important then, and looking back, I think I made mostly the right decisions. But what about my core self? Those things I believed to be key, the characteristics, values, and beliefs that I thought made me me. Have I broken those promises? Looking at my cousin, who was my idol when I was a kid, a wild, open-minded, do what she had to do and did not bend to anyone kind of woman. The kind of woman who stood up for what she thought was right, and she was my map. I was gonna be like her. I was gonna make a difference. 15 years later, I'm sitting at that same woman's 50th birthday party. She adopted 2 beautiful children, rejoined the Catholic Church even though they shunned her for living in sin, and wouldn't let me explain what a drag show was to her 13-year-old son because he needed to be protected from that kind of thing. So I had to let him believe that my friend, the drag queen, was a female race car driver. My cousin, she said, you can't always be open-minded. Sometimes you have to take community where you can find it. Now her children are her everything, and I can respect that. But I can't reconcile the fact that someday I might grow up and forget who I am. I read once that rebellion is a phase, and the fact that someone wrote that sentence down made me sad, because if there's one promise that I made to myself that I continue to make every day is that I want my life to make a difference. On some level, I don't want to get that comfortable job and teach my children to stand by while the injustices in the world continue. But now I'm afraid that my dad's constant encouragement for me to get comfortable so that he doesn't have to worry anymore, and I really don't want him to worry, will make me go over to the other side, adopt that politically liberal, fiscally conservative lifestyle because it's easier than standing up for what I think is right. But there are some promises that are too important to break, and I'm going to find a way. I'm going to keep encouraging people who have things to say. I'm going to volunteer for the underdog and keep helping people find a way to get along, because there are kids out there who, like me, need a role model to stand strong and believe that we can make a difference. And that's a promise that I need to keep.